What's going on, guys? This is the Gospel according to Mark with a C. He is I, and I am he. Just taking some time to tell you exactly what's on my mind. Check it out. All right, guys, listen. I saw this story last week, and I want to get your opinion on it because, I mean, everybody's got an opinion on what's been going on in America. What's going on in America? Everything's nuts in America. It's all fucked up in America. I like to go back to San Juan. I know a boat you can get on. Bye-bye. All right, anyway. That was West Side Story. Love that movie. Steven Spielberg should not be remaking it. Certain movies should just be left alone. All right, that's got nothing to do with this video. I want to share this article with you because it's talking about the actor Lakeith Stanfield. You might know him from Get Out, or you might know him from a movie called The Photograph. I saw Get Out. I didn't see The Photograph, so I really don't know what this dude is doing with his life. But anyway, he seems to be criticizing rapper Lil Wayne. All right, because Lil Wayne has some opinions about what's been going on with the unrest as far as the George Floyd murder, and his opinions didn't go over so well. Now let's see. Lil Wayne has an opinion about the George Floyd murders that didn't go over so well. Why might that be? Let's find out, shall we? All right, and I saw this article on, let me see if I can bring this up right quick. This is on The Source, thesource.com. All right, and it says here, actor Lakeith Stanfield calls out Lil Wayne over George Floyd comments. All right, George Floyd comments, and this is by Dylan Kemp. Dylan! And it says here, many celebrities have recently been scolded by people on social media for their lack of support for the protests. Other celebrities have been scolded for basically saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. That's the category that Lil Wayne falls into. Now, a couple of days ago, on an Instagram live broadcast with Fat Joe, he and Lil Wayne discussed the murder of George Floyd and the protests across the country. Now, while people directed their anger towards the police, Wayne thought that the anger and violence should have been directed somewhere else. Fascinating. And he says, I think when I see these situations, I think we also have to understand that we have to get very specific. I sound like a Kennedy, right? I'm trying to sound like Lil Wayne. And what I mean by that is we have to drop it like it's hot. No, we have to stop viewing it with such a broad view. Meaning, we have to stop placing the blame on the whole force and the whole everybody or a certain race or everybody with a badge. Wayne told Fat Joe, we have to actually get into who that person is. And if we want to place the blame on anybody, it should be ourselves for not doing more than what we think we're doing. All right, so Lil Wayne seems to be saying that we need to look at ourselves in situations like this. All right, I don't have anything to say about that. It seems pretty sound to me, right? I mean, god damn it, when Lil Wayne says something that makes sense, you should probably just thank the heavens above. You know what I mean? I'm sure it only happens maybe once every 5 years. Now, but here's the problem. Wayne's comments sparked outrage on social media. Now, why? Why would these comments spark outrage? All right? He's just saying that people should be more accountable and we should look inward, like what we're bringing into the equation. What could possibly be wrong with that? Oh, yes! These days in the community, accountability is a bad word. You much rather be pointing at somebody else and what they're doing and not even entertain the idea that maybe you should look back on yourself. Now, I understand that George Floyd was murdered by that dirty ass bastard of a cop. And I used the cop with quotes. I told you he stopped being a cop when he did what he did. That's no cop. All right, but that has nothing to do with anything but what that cop did. I understand that, but what has transpired since then requires a lot of introspection in the way that people have handled things since then with the protests and unfortunately the rioting and the looting, you know? So I think that might be what Lil Wayne is referring to, okay? But after he said that, let's see here. Wayne's comments sparked outrage on social media, and yesterday, Uncut Gems and The Photograph actor, look at this photograph! Lakeith Stanfield took to IG to scold Wayne as well. In a now deleted IG post, Stanfield posts a black and white picture of police officers at what seems to be a civil rights protest with the caption, "Wayne, shut the fuck up." Or actually it says STFU. Okay, we know what that means. Why, Lakeith, why would you be telling Lil Wayne to shut the fuck up? I can understand if you had just heard one of his records or one of his recordings or songs or something. If you told him to shut the fuck up after that, I would understand that. I have many a time told Lil Wayne to shut the fuck up while listening to his music, but that's not what happened. The man gave his opinion, and Lakeith jumps in with shut the fuck up. Now this is what I'm talking about groupthink. Why can't Lil Wayne be entitled to his own opinion? And what opinion it is? What an opinion it is to talk about self-reflection, right? And not judging a whole group based upon the misdeeds of one. What's wrong with that? I mean, as black people, that's what we always want people to do, right? Don't stereotype me. Don't judge me based on what everybody else does. We're all different, you know? So I don't understand what the problem is, why that would spark outrage. Do you have any ideas about why that would spark outrage? Lil Wayne, I happen to agree with you. Like I said before, it has nothing to do with the with the liability of those so-called officers who murdered that man. Those people need to go to jail for as long as humanly possible. I agree with that. But since then, we've seen innocent people being terrorized in their own neighborhood, regardless of race or gender. We've seen neighborhoods being torn apart. We've seen small businesses that were already struggling due to the virus be destroyed. All right? At what point does the message become, look at yourselves and what you're doing? All right? That's not racism that's making people do that. It's just not. I don't care what anybody says. Bad behavior is bad behavior. And not calling people to account for their actions is just, that's the most racist part of all, because you're acting like you think those people are somehow incapable of knowing what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like they're just animals who can't have a conscience or anything like that. So for anybody who thinks that it's out of line to call people to account for their actions, I would say there's something wrong with you. All right? I don't have a problem with Lil Wayne's message. But I don't know, that's just my opinion, guys. Now you can sound off, and I wish you would, in the comment section. And also you can like, share, subscribe. And as always, you can catch me on Twitter. The link for that will be in the description. No, actually, I'm going to leave it in the pinned comment. All right, so look in the pinned comment below. You'll find that. All right, guys, let me know what's going on, and I will see you on the next one. This is The Gospel According to Mark with a C. Rock on.